And and good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. You're back with the Midwest Express. It is Saturday, October 15th. I am getting ready to start my Grubhub block this morning, starting at 9 a.m. And also, I'll be doing DoorDash simultaneously, multi-apping between those two today. I think it's going to be pretty decent. It is really cold today, so I am camped out near the Panera. Uh, in what I call the golden triangle of morning breakfast. I have Panera. Uh, Perkins Family Restaurant does a lot of pancakes and stuff. Uh, IHOP, Cracker Barrel, and Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A usually smaller, but sometimes they have those bigger orders. So we'll see how it all pans out. But I wanted to go over my weekly earnings with you guys really quick, just so you could see like how I make my income and what revenue streams are best. I am a fair weather fan. I go to wherever the money is best. And this week it was definitely with a Lyft. I don't really like doing Lyft as rideshare. Uber is more of my preferred ride. But lately, Uber's had so many other issues as well. But how we do it at this channel, I start at my lowest earners and go to the top. So this week I did one order with Roadie for $15.85. That was just a ride that kind of took me into the city. Normally, I don't do roadie very often, if ever. They only pay like 60 something cents a mile typically. So it is not a moneymaker, but if it's going your way, it could be beneficial. Next would be Grubhub. So far, I only did a 2 hour block last night, made $45, which equals out to $22.50 per hour. Um, I was being really picky last night, and also I was multi-apping during the Grubhub block, so I didn't really take all the orders that were offered. I could have probably done more with Grubhub, but I jumped back and forth between that and DoorDash. Next would be DoorDash or actually Spark. Spark, before I was deactivated, I did like 3 orders, which ended up taking me 5 hours because one of them was a 12 pack. So I made $125 doing Lyft or Spark this week. 5 hours averages out to $25 per hour, which is pretty decent for Spark. Next was DoorDash. I did $275 with DoorDash. This week I did a total of 10 and a half hours active time, which equals $26 an hour. But I was actually online multi-apping a lot. But I was online with DoorDash for 15 hours. And out of that 15 hours, it would have averaged out to $18.33. So DoorDash is, I've been also doing this 70% priority, higher paying jobs. And if they're there, they kind of pop up. And I'll do another video about that shortly, more in-depth dive. But I just want you guys to see the difference there on how much you actually make when you're actively dashing, or how much time you're spending actually online matters too. So next would be a Lyft, and Lyft offered me 2 different incentives. I made a total of $879. I drove a total of 17 hours for Lyft. That averages out to $51.70 per hour. And that's what I was talking about, guys, is taking advantage of the promos when they have them. You want to make sure that you're exploiting the opportunities when they arise, and don't let them manipulate you. Now, everybody's like, how do you get those guaranteed earnings and like those higher incentives? What I've noticed with Lyft is if you open that app once a week and like go online, they feel like they have you on the hook. If you just stop driving Lyft, like typically I'll go like a month and a half without driving Lyft at all. And then they'll offer me one of these great incentives. And then that's when I take the incentives. I go and I do them. And that averaged out to $51 per hour. Now, I got a total guaranteed earnings of, it was so many rides, you get $700. And then if I did another group of rides, I got another $100. So out of the guaranteed earnings this week, they paid me $512 out of that $879. So if I wouldn't have got that earnings guarantee, I would have only made I would have made significantly less. And I'll explain this to you when we get to the grand total. But it would have averaged out to like $21 an hour, vice $51 an hour. So that incentive is super important, that if you're going to drive for Lyft, you do it. So overall, I drove a total of 40 hours this week. I made $1,341. That averages out, with the Lyft incentive and everything, to $33.52 an hour. That was my hustle this week, and that's how I got my earnings. Now, if I would not have gotten that Lyft incentives and guaranteed earnings, that additional $512 that they paid me, I would have only made $829 this week. And working a 40-hour work week, that averages out to $20.72 an hour. So that shows you the importance of working where there's incentives and bonuses. And the same thing goes with Spark. The same thing goes with all these apps. If they are not offering you anything, look at other apps. Look at what's out there. See how you can make your hustle work. Hopefully it works for you. I've been doing this a while, like almost 2 years now. So as a full-time driver. Hope this helps. Hope you guys get some information out of this. This channel is not necessarily about me. I don't put out these numbers to brag. I just want you guys to know what's out there, and so that you guys can work smarter and not harder. This channel is more about offering information to you to help your day be better. So like, subscribe, and we'll hit you on the next one, guys.